Estes expressed interest in seriously getting into the game. There's a competitive streak in her that wants to get better than Nagi. Yeah, I want to play with Nagi soon. I was going to ask her if she wants to hunt, but our times usually don't match up, so I have to just like figure out the right scheduling for it. But I think it'd be nice. Maybe do like me, Henya, Nagi, one more. Maybe a Kesa. Or maybe just one of the other JP, someone who's really into it. Hesty would be really good. Yeah, Nagi doesn't care what time it is. I know. It's funny as I mean, but the thing is, like, don't analyze. Okay, I know you're just making observations. So don't feel bad about this, but don't analyze people's sleep schedules. People are like, oh, they don't sleep. Oh, they don't sleep. Look, yes, she does. Streaming is her job. She streams. If she doesn't have a lot of work to do outside of that, she just needs to stream that day. She can stream for a long time and then go to bed and then wake up and stream again if she wants. That is all. And she's getting rest and she sleeps and she wakes up when she wakes up. That's all. She's an adult, right? So just making the observation is fine. I just want to make sure, be careful with it, not to be like, oh, please rest my poor baby. I have to remind you to breathe and drink water and sleep, you know? Just don't do that to her. Some people need structure and they need to sleep at the same time-ish each day to feel rested. There are other people that it doesn't matter. One day they'll feel like staying up for 10 hours and then they're tired. And then another day they're up for 18 hours and then they're tired and they go to sleep. And there are plenty of people that live their life based on just what their body tells them they need, right? Sometimes those people happen to also be streamers. I'm one of those. I don't need structure. I don't need structure. I don't need to fall asleep at the same time every day. People can change schedules up wildly on me and it really doesn't even bother me that much. I'm very go with the flow. I really don't care. As long as my shit gets done by the time it needs to get done. So if I'm streaming and I go, yeah, I got this thing I have to do, but I really don't have to do it till Wednesday, I'll go, it, I'm streaming for 12 hours. I'm feeling it. I stream for 12 hours. I go to bed at 6 a.m. All right. Next day I get the thing done and I go, you know what? I'm going to do a 6-hour stream today. And then I go to bed by midnight. Okay. You know? And I just change it up based off of what I feel like doing. So long as my shit gets done. That's it. I've never needed that consistency to feel like I'm getting sleep or to feel rested. If you do, I'm sorry. Because it must suck to have to need that, but for me I genuinely don't. So yeah, I've always just kind of like done whatever, and I just make sure I show up on time to everything I have to show up to, and then that's it. If I'm beholden to something, I have an obligation, I show up to it, and I make sure that everything else I do just fits around that, and there we go. That's literally all I care about. No consistent sleep schedule or working 8 to 5 is perma-hell. I never thought it was hellish. I had a long career in a very normal type of job in the corporate world for, you know, forever. And I just didn't need that. I showed up to work when I was needed at the time I was supposed to. I left at the time I was supposed to. I often stayed late if I was like, F it, you know what? Kind of like stream where I'd be like, you know what? Instead of working 8 hours today, F it, I'm going to sit here for 12 and just get some extra shit done. I would just stay late in the office, get shit done, and then another day come in for less. And all my, you know, I was lucky in that all my company cared about was that I was around for the chunk of hours where we were having meetings. And then any time that was not meetings, it was like, get your weekly shit done. As long as the hours are in, we don't care. And as long as you're available when we need you. So if they would call me, I'd have to answer, and I would. But yeah, and that was it. So I just operated like that and I was fine. Good company. It was, my employer was incredible. Yes, my employer before this was incredible. But also it was the nature of the company. It's the type of company where they don't hold you to a 9 to 5. The line of work we were in did not matter to be doing that. What did matter was if I was working for one company one day or one client another day, I had to fit their schedule for that day. So there would be times where like every Thursday and Friday, I have to be going 9 to 5 to a certain spot, right? Or things like that. But I worked on a lot of different things. So it wasn't a typical 9 to 5 as far as where I spent my time, but it was more like it's like a 9 to 7 spread out over the course of the day, where I'd be like at an office at 9, or sometimes I wouldn't be needed for a meeting until 11. So I'd be like at a computer at home working, and then I'd head over somewhere to be in a physical meeting by 11 at some other office. And I'd be doing that, and then I'd be there until like 2 getting done, and then I'd go back to the main office and be there for a couple hours, and then go home, and then go back to my computer and work on that one for a bit. And like it was real disjointed, and I think it's the type of job that I know it's the type of job that I see other people crash and burn all the time. I see a lot of people being like, oh, it must be nice. Oh, that sounds nice that they let you do that. But like most people can't regulate themselves in that kind of environment genuinely, and the lack of structure has them burning the out or just becoming inefficient. It's straight up like the number of employees I saw just up was insane. So not everyone was able to do what I would do. If you were doing it and you weren't like thriving with no structure, they would make you follow the structure. They'd put you in an office 9 to 5 if you had to. And then if that didn't fix it, then you were let go, you know? Or sometimes you were just let go if you couldn't handle it. But, you know, that's like insulting. Oh, gee, I wonder why.